scary, intimidating, something you don't want to deal with, something that you ultimately run away from when you try to stare it down in the eyes. Well, for a comic book creator, that would pretty much be any type of background that you are trying to create. What's up, you little ambitious artists? It is Nas here, and as you can tell from the title, today we are going to be talking about landscapes and backgrounds and why they are important to have and why you ultimately need them in a story if you are going to be a comic book creator. Okay, first things first, we need to establish why having a background is something that is pretty much mandatory if you're going to be a comic book artist. A background doesn't only establish and solidify a where, but it also solidifies and establishes a when. Like, for example, think of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, where the world building makes it very, very clear that this is taking place in the early 1900s. Or something like Black Clover, for example, where it takes place in a kingdom. These are things that you want to build up in your story, and these are things that you want to be very much known, and you want readers to engage with the world that you have built, and for the readers to know these things that you want them to about your world. If you're not building the world or creating landscapes, without landscapes you can't really have fans and readers engage with what you want them to. So that's why it's very, very important to establish a background to at least know where the characters are and what they're doing and where they're doing it and when they're doing it. So these things are very, very important and essential to creating a comic book. If you just draw characters in a bunch of panels, nobody's gonna know what's going on without an accurate background. Nobody's gonna want to read just a bunch of characters talking the entire time. And that's why you need a background to solidify not even just a where, but also a when and a how. Like, people that are reading your series need to know what's going on within the series. They need to know where things are taking place, when they're taking place, how things affect the world around them, how the characters' decisions affect the people around them. It can't just be drawing characters. Now that I explained why backgrounds and landscapes are very much needed and mandatory to write a good, engaging story within your comic book, you should also know how these landscapes are made, at least on a surface level. Now, it all gets broken down into things called perspective. There's 1-point perspective, 2-point perspective, 3-point perspective, and there can be as many perspectives as you need for the background. But it all starts off with a vanishing point. Now, what a vanishing point is, where the image is basically cut off. The vanishing point can be straight, horizontal, diagonal. It can be in any way depending on how you want to draw the background. In the image that you guys see me doing, it's just a simple 1-point perspective. It's just a cross line, and that's pretty much it. Now, as you can see, I follow the lines in which my perspective follows. The buildings follow the lines, and that's ultimately how you want to draw perspective. You want to draw according to the lines, and you ultimately want to draw according to the vanishing point, because if something is out of proportion, it's going to make the image look off, and it's not going to be as visually appealing as you thought it would be, and that is obviously going to mess up with your world building. We do not want that. Now, I understand that building up on a skill that you're not really comfortable or familiar with is very hard and is very taxing and draining. Recently, for the past 2-3 months, I have been practicing perspective and landscapes and backgrounds after having essentially no knowledge on it. And when you really push yourself, it just goes to show how committed you are to the grind and how fast you can really elevate your rate of growth. Now, obviously, I'm not you guys and you guys are not me. It all just depends on how frequently you're working, and how bad do you want it. I understand, like I said in my last video, I'll leave the link in the description. One of the reasons guys and people in general are not improving in art is because they do not want to get accustomed to change, and they do not want to get accustomed to working on something that they are uncomfortable with. Now, backgrounds, I will tell you, you need to master what you are uncomfortable with if you want to get comfortable with backgrounds at a very fast rate. For me, in my development stages of my manga, I have literally focused on every other skill of drawing a manga, like characters, proportions, powers, lighting, color waves, all of that. And the last thing that I saved for last would quite literally be perspective drawing for landscapes. I even learned perspective drawing from like foreshortening techniques. And I gotta say, like, drawing backgrounds is not as bad as people may think. But then again, like I said, you guys are not me and I am not you. So just work at your own pace and just continue to push yourself and remind yourself how committed you are to what you want. How bad do you want this? Are you really committed to the grind? Are you really dedicating everything that you have into the grind? These are all things that you need to be questioning yourself to get the best results out of your work and practice. Now, like I said, 1-point perspective, 2-point perspective, 3-point perspective, there's a lot that you need to know and a lot that you need to consume. And when I first got into perspective drawing, I was very, very scared. I was very, very discouraged when I wasn't picking it up at first. I'm sorry. This is something that we really do need as mangaka, as comic book artists, just in general. And overall, if you guys want me to do my own tutorial on how to do this, I will create a whole new landscape and I'll walk you guys through step by step in this process. All I ask is that you guys leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe. Just in return, you know, I'm just a little YouTuber trying to build his brand, you know. That's it. Like, just help me out a little. Why wouldn't you? Now, like I said, I will help you guys if you want me to. I will create a tutorial on this, and I just want you guys to be working at the best pace possible for you guys. I just want you guys to be working just diligently in your own day-to-day lives, and that's pretty much it. Perspective, landscapes, backgrounds are very much needed and mandatory, and it's a tough nut to crack. If you guys want me to help you crack that nut, pause. Let's just stop filming, okay? Okay. Oh, that's a big pause on that one. Let's stop filming. Just like I said, like, comment, share, and subscribe. And just let me know in the comment sections if you guys would like me to do a full-on tutorial on how to do this and how to at least get started in drawing backgrounds. Like I said, you little ambitious artists, keep on practicing, keep on getting better, continue to work your ass off every single day. It is Art by Nas, and I'm out of here, man. Have a great one, guys.